Welcome to week 1 of the Elestriad, as MBT, representing Aeolus and the Wind Pantheon, is throwing down against IronBoffin, representing Demeter and the Earth Pantheon. These two casters are about to reveal their decks and also open up 6 packs to see which cards they can add to their card pools, and then build their decks to face each other in their first clash of week 1 of the Elestriad. Be sure to show some love and hit that like button down below, and make sure you guys subscribe to the Elestrals channel, and let me know who you think's gonna win in the comments section below. Oh, and we still have some starter decks available at shopelestrals.com, so grab one and represent your favorite element today. Without further ado, let's take a look at what these casters are gonna open.
Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and I am playing Elestrals. So if you're unfamiliar with me, I am a Yugist, and that's our word. Someone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh!, one of the most intense combo-oriented games in the world. So I jumped at the chance to play another intense and combo-oriented game in Elestrals. Now don't let appearances deceive you. Not every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player is a net-decking Andy, an individual unable to build their own strategy to save their life. I'm actually a bit of a limited enjoyer myself, and playing something analogous to Sealed Deck is going to be a blast. I think my deck building skills, honed over decades of playing TCGs, are going to absolutely outclass my opponent. Why did I join this event, you may ask? Basically to prove that everyone else involved is a disgusting fraud who couldn't who's the beat down their way out of a paper bag.
Yo, what's up? My name is IronBoffin, and I am here as part of the Elestriad. Normally I create Pokemon Nuzlocking content, but I'm gonna give it a whirl at a trading card game. So I'm joining the Elestriad because I was lucky enough to be a part of the Kickstarter campaign for Elestrals, and it's where I got my hands on it. I was playing with it, and it's a super fun card game, and Dan came to me and said, hey, there's a lot of fun creators getting in on this, and I am super excited. I was honored to be invited. So we're going to get into it.
Unsurprisingly to anyone with an ounce of understanding of the cards available in this format, I am playing Pantera. This is strange to me. This format purports to be very well balanced, but they put all the good cards in the same deck. Basically, there's no good week 1 out to Pantera, and this deck has a lot of ability to build into other strategies. You've got access to Sorlet, access to Pegust. They're both searchable. What we're trying to do here is open, of course, the cards that are in the pre-made set, along with a couple of booster packs, as well as potentially build toward a Voltempest strategy for weeks 2 and 3. If you're unfamiliar with constructed Elestrals, that's pretty much the best deck right now, and it's not really hampered in any capacity by playing it in a limited format.
I chose Demeter as my Pantheon because I kind of like the life aspect of a green deck. When I played, other card games, that's kind of the theme I gravitate toward. And this deck starts with 2 Earthquakes, and that's going to be really annoying for anybody I play. So that's why I grabbed it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to dive right into this starter deck. So I've opened a lot of these, so I'm kind of familiar with what's in here, and this goes a lot with a lot of strategies I like to play when I play these games. So we got our starter deck here. We got our nice Hollow Centarbor at the front, beautiful, and a green dice. Love that. Okay, so let's go into our starter deck. We'll go quickly over all the cards. I do believe I am the only person playing Centarbor / Demeter. You take it for what it means. Either I'm a genius and nobody else is, or... Anyway, don't finish the sentence.
So first and foremost, let's check out what's in our box. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? I know some individuals will probably be watching me annihilating this piece of Elestral's history, sobbing to themselves, wishing it was in some sort of protective case. But I believe in destroying everything you open. Cards are meant to be played with, not hoarded. Let's see what we've got. After thwarting the anti-MBT packaging, we have got a case for rosin, a D20, a how to play guide, and the beautiful Pantera. Let's open this as well. This will be a little more surgical with. Or will we at all? There we go. We've got Pantera, Hydrake.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
A Hydrake that's a little less attractive. We've got some Twindras, Aeromare. Glidesdale. Pegust. I really do want to give a quick shout out. The cards feel so good. They're so thick. Exaltair, Sorlet, and that's it for our wins. Astrabbit, Elachik, Vertaqua, and then Nectar of the Gods, Ambrosias, resting on your laurels, circle the sky, and we're back to our divines. Aeolus, Island of Aeolia, Big Sack of Winds, Tornado, Thunderstorm, Tsunami, and then our wind spirits. We've got some Lycorises, and we've got some Zaptors. And of course, we've got a couple Leviathans.
Okay, can we talk about how MBT just pulled a 1 in 99 Stellar Hydrake and then didn't even notice it? Will he ever notice it? Someone call this man and let him know.
So we got our nice hollow Centaur to start and our little Sprout Ears. Any chance of a little Stellar Sprout Ear? No, but I also love that it's a 1-drop with a 5 defense. That makes it a pretty bulky 1-drop. And I can normal cast it when you search your deck for an artifact. It's just good stuff. I love decks that allow you to search. Obviously makes things a little easier going forward. Then we got our September with a 7 defense stat. Spy Nymph. Now, a big strategy I have starting with the green deck is that hopefully in my booster box here, I start to pull some Viserys. Will I be lucky like that? I don't know, but I can hope. So we got a nice Spy Nymph here. A couple of those. Spinosect. Look at that defense stat of 9. And you can use its defense as its attack while you're in defense mode. So it's really nice because you have that 9 defense stat, but it can be used offensively without leaving yourself vulnerable to the 1 attack. So it's like, that's a super nice card. Girafflora, I love this card. One of my favorite arts. So it's so derpy looking. I love it so much. We got our Inkwings that lets us Nexus. Nexusing is huge in this game. Then we have Tectorus, just a beefcake, a 3/2 drop, and +1 for each enchanting on the field. He's a beefcake. And then we have our Ramagem. When you normal cast this Ramagem, you can search your deck for an Elestral with an enchantment cost of 1 and add it to your hand. Again, that's more searching. We love searching. It's like one of the most important things, I think, in a card game. P-Gust, really good to get rid of runes. So that's super important. Love a little P-Gust action. We have Aramare. When you ascend this Aramare, you can cast it in an artifact empowering the ascension. Oh, okay, never mind. It becomes the artifact. That's right. Aramare is really cool. Boombat, this thing's a little devil. I hate playing against it. I'm really excited to use it. You can disenchant from this and destroy a target Elestral, so that's amazing. We have Nectar of the Gods, classic. Ambrosia, Circle the Sky, allowing some more next thing going on. And the star of the show, we got Demeter. Fantastic ability. We got the Full Forest. I think every starter deck has one of those. Scythe of Demeter. Well, Scythe of Demeter is going to be a real problem. And the other reason I chose this deck, 2 Earthquakes, target destroying Elestral, 2 of those. So very important for field management. So definitely happy to have that. We have the Tornado. Really good, obviously, for, clearing the field, making it safe for you to attack. Couple of tornadoes, couple of thunderstorms, target and destroy a rune. We have the poison tipped arrow. Again, more field management. And then we have all our Taratless spirits looking beautiful. Some Lycors there, and then a couple Zaptors looking incredible, and then our guide.
So let's see what's in the booster box. This thing is chonky. What the heck? All right, so we're going to be opening 6 packs today, and we do have the ability to use the box topper as well. I'm very excited to see how I can potentially integrate that into my strategy. Yeah, look at that. All right, there is our Pen Terror. Look at that lovely little card. And then 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we will put this away for next week. I wonder if I should be using scissors. I don't want to damage these. Folks, we don't want any Ruxin specials on this. All right, so we've got a Sorlet, a Feloy Forest, a Volcanic Forge, Atlantis, Mount Olympus, Hammer of Hephaestus, Eruption, Trident of Poseidon, Imperial, and Leviathan. So what we're looking for here, I should be specific, is Sorlets, Pegusts, Tsunamis, Earthquakes. We'd like Shield of Achilles, Elachik, Chariot Ride.
Next thing up, we do have a little booster box opening. I get to open 6 packs in this booster box to help build a deck, which is going to be super fun. A big strategy for me is to get Viserys. The more Viserys, if I can get Viserys in my deck, I think that'll help me a lot in the tournament. So that'll be kind of my goal in terms of building. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. We do have a beautiful Pantera. Don't think I'll be able to really play it much in the deck because I don't think I'll be really building around it, but it is a beautiful card. Let's get our 6 packs I'm gonna pull the first 6 off the top. And let's get into it, man. This is very important. This could help us a lot. Like I said, if I get some Viserys early, if there's a way I can pull 2 right out of the rip, that would be absolutely fantastic. I think there was a pack trick. Yeah, just put the Zaptor in front. There we go. So we have a Zaptor, Urseer, Ignector, Warmite. Warmite honestly might be worth trying to get in my deck at some point. It's just a really strong card. It doesn't really need a lot of support to be good. Like of all, Griffuse, that's always a good one. Sparkit, and a Majursa rare doesn't really help me here.
All right, it's pretty clear that MBT used up all his luck on that Stellar Hydrake, but will it turn around on his second pack?
We'll take pretty much any holo we can get, but what we really want, of course, is Volt Tempest. We'll take Altar of Stars. Woo! Viserys, Sonicor, all good stuff. Drytaya, Rummagem, Clovey, Necruff, Urscout, Earthquake. All right, we are schmoovin'. Griffuse. This has been a great pack. Let's go. Sparkit, Fowlicane, and Lycoris. Okay, there's some stuff we can work with in there.
Like I said, we're really just looking for Viserys at this point. That is who we're looking for. Not that I'm not happy with anything else, but Viserys will be the big one to pull if we can get some going. Hopefully we just get some holos in too, because these holos are gorgeous. So let's go ahead. We have a Tauratlas. Love that. It's a good sign. Urscout, Urshmog. We got the Bear Crew. Ignector. Man, Warmite. Again, I still might try to figure it out. Astrabit's another one I might try to get in my deck. That's a really good one to pull. Aramare. Scavengem is nice. Might want to get that in there. And we have a Floracne. Scavengem might be worth something getting in there.
We have not gotten any better at opening these. Let's do this. Let's do like this kind of thing. Yeah, okay, here we go. Vertaqua, Jolton, Nimbug. I have a Stellar Rare, one of these. Pegust, that's great, love to see it. Sorlet, always fantastic, we're trying to max these out. Astrabbit, Arrowmare, all right, here come the slightly harder to find ones. Circoon, did not need that. Gatabolt, and Tauratlas, okay.
Nothing's better than opening cards, man. This is the best feeling. Okay, what do we got? We have a Lycoris, Mount Olympus, Island of Aeolia. Okay, so we have Golden Apple of Discord. Oh, if we can get the Latagon going on in this set too. Got a Griffuse, a Sparkit, Trident of Poseidon, and an Exaltair. Another card that might not be bad to get involved in my deck, even though I'm not running a win deck per se. Still a good card. I actually pulled 2 of these Stellars out of my booster boxes from the Kickstarters.
Okay, so we're picking up some stuff. Not as much as we had hoped, but there's still a lot of opening left. 3 more packs. Ursmog, Urseer, they're just giving us the entire line here. Ignector, Ampup, Elichick, always good to get Elichicks. Ooh, Signetric, Astrabbit. All right, here we go. 2 more. Arrowmare, Exaltair.
Let's see what else we got. I got 3 more packs, including this one. So like I said, we're hoping for a Viserys. That would be the best. Okay, we got a Rummagem there. So we got, starting with a Lycoris, we got a Rummagem, Clovey, what a cutie, Necruff, Urscout, Ursmog, Bag of Winds, Tornado, a good one. Necklace of Harmonia. The Empowered Elestral gets +5 attack during the end phase. The controller of the Empowered Elestral must expend 2 spirits. If they cannot, the necklace is destroyed. Okay. And another Exaltair. Okay, so like I said, Exaltair is a really good card to have, so there's a good chance I probably get those involved in the deck.
Okay, 2 more. Still hunting for that Volt Tempest. I can feel it's in here. The electricity crackles in the air. That works perfectly. Electricity, air, get it? Folks, you come here, you're getting jokes, and you're also getting a Lycoris. Okay, here we go. Jolton. Nimbug, again. Pegust. We are almost all the way there on Pegusts, I think. Sorlet. Exact same order. Feloy Forest. Sparkit. Here we go. 3 left. Signetric. Astrabbit. Moostation. Okay.
Okay. Leviathan, Ampup, Elichick, Quackle, Jolton, Nimbug, Kinleo, Cinder, Peliquair. That's a good one to get involved. This is for like a water deck though, and a Caprigal. Nothing really there to help me out. Come on, give me a Viserys.
Last one. Again, hoping for Altar of Stars, Voltempest, Sonicore. Something we can work with here. Huh! Ooh, a Zaptor. Cool. Here we go. Island of Aeolia. Drops of Latha. Smoltuga. Veritaqua. Tadpuff. Tsunami. All right, always good to get extra copies of this card. Thunderbolt of Zeus. 2 more. Thunderstorm. That's like our first Thunderstorm. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. And saw it for a second there. It is Glidesdale. Okay, not exactly what we were looking for, but a lot that we can use for week 1. Certainly, I think we're in a really favorable position just because I feel that we probably understand the base deck and the strategies that are available better than our opponents potentially do. Was hoping to open more, but we'll always get a chance to do that later on.
It's time to dive into IronBoffin's final pack. Will he get the Viserys that he's looking for?
Give me the Viserys and we'll be off to the races. Okay. We have a Kraken, Sluggle, Typhon, Smoltuga. Veritaqua is definitely one to get involved. 1 drop destroys any Elestral in defense. Absolutely amazing. Peliquarius. Scythe of Demeter, that's a good one to get an extra of. Kinleo, because I think my starter deck comes... Oh, and we got the Latagon. That's pretty good. Love a Latagon. And then the Pyro from the... There we go. When a player casts Ambrosia or Golden Apple of Discord, you can target and destroy a card. So we did pull... I do believe we pulled the Golden Apple of Discord, so... This might have to get involved. I might try to build around that, see if we can get something going there. But that's going to be my opening. I'm going to put a sick deck together, and I will show you guys that. So catch you guys on the next one.
Seems like both casters struggled during their pack openings, but there were a few hidden gems in there. I noticed MBT picked up an Exaltair and a Falacane, as well as a couple other pieces like an Earthquake, and we saw Bofin pick up a Latagon, which may be the workings of an Earth Fruit deck later on. In the Elestriad, you gotta work with what you got, so let's take a look at MBT's deck profile and see if they finally noticed that they pulled a Stellar.
You're going to come away from this match thinking, wow, that was like watching Muhammad Ali box the first time that he ever boxed. I don't know anything about sports. That's why I play card games for a living. Anyway, let me walk you through my week 1 deck. So I took Pen Terror, and the reason that I took Pen Terror is there is not a good out for Pen Terror in week 1. The pool is just not there. As a result, if you can stick any of the Pen Terror line, it is a disaster for pretty much any opponent. We're going to try and rest on our laurels and walk away with the win that way. Let me walk you through what else we're playing. I think Wind is just so well positioned for the first week. First up, a lot has to do with this card, Sorlet. This card allows you to expend a Wind in order to change the position of an Elestral unless it's Wind enchanted. This is kind of a liability in the mirror, but I know we're not playing the mirror. This card's unbelievable because so many of the Wind cards trade so valuably. They have huge attack stats. It means that opponents who are putting stuff in defense position with 5 defense are not going to be safe by any means. Next up, we are playing 3P Gust, another card that I can't believe we just have. When this receives 1 or more Wind, you can target and destroy a rune. This is going to make quick work of anyone who is playing pretty much anything scary, be it back row or divine runes or stadiums that cook me or equipment, as I know the Earth deck is wont to do. We are playing 2 Aramare, make no mistake. I think this card sucks, but we're playing a number of High Spirit Elestrals, and there's a couple of cards in here that already synergize with Aramare, so it's fine as a 1-drop. And finally, we've got Glidesdale. You could expend a Wind in order to give it +5 until the end phase, and it can attack twice. This is like cool. It's like a closer, but not really what I'm concerned about. We've got 3 Hydrake, and I don't know why I just neglected to realize this. I opened a Stellar Hydrake, right? Am I crazy? That's unbelievable. You let me paper over it in the pack opening. I opened it like it was nothing. Just opening $100 bill in a pack. Oh, this is nice. It's a little crumpled. Of course, unsurprisingly, we're also playing 2 Twindra. When this is destroyed in battle, you can special cast a Penterror, and of course, Hydrake allows you to special cast a Twindra. And then, of course, 1 Penterror. Beautiful, beautiful card. I'm not using the cover because I think it's funnier that way. We are not only playing Wind Elestrals, though, and that's because we actually have a pretty competent Thunder package. Woo! Outside of Critters, we're also playing a number of runes. We've got Bag of Winds. I think this card's only okay. But the, like, weird synergy with Aeolus, I think probably pushes it over the edge, and I'm going to be honest, it's week 1. I'm hurting for playables. Island of Aeolia, I'm only playing one of because it's super available, and I think it's not a difference maker in too many board states. We're playing 2 Aeolus. Of course, it's unbelievable. The ability to search Sorlet or P-Gust as an answer to any opponent's Elestral, or if you're ahead, just a Twindra line and just get the pressure on your opponent. After that, we're playing a pretty sizable Thunder package. Begins with 3 copies of Astrabbit. I think this card is one of the most powerful in the game, period. When it receives a Thunder, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, and shuffle the rest of your deck. In Yu-Gi-Oh!, we call this effect Duality, after Pot of Duality, and it's so strong that in Yu-Gi-Oh! It comes with a condition that you can't special summon for the rest of the turn after you activate it, which is about as integral to the game as breathing, but we still pay it. We still pay that cost because the effect is so crazy. Playing 3 Elichick, this allows you to get a Divine Rune on cast, which is unbelievable. We have Aeolus. These are just like incredible advantage enablers. Jolton, a great mechanism by which we can get access to Island of Aeola. And then we're playing 2 Thunderstorm. This is insanely greedy. So our Spirit deck doesn't really have enough spirits to finance this splash. This is like a ton of Thunder cards, but we don't really have any back row removal, and I really do want to play Thunderstorm. Worst case, it just sits in our hand. You know, I would like to cast at least 1 over the course of a game, so we'll try it. We're playing some Water as well. Veritalk was just a generally really good card, especially week 1. A lot of these Earth guys have big butts, and this is a mechanism by which you just do not have to ever engage with them. And of course, the Water Splash also includes as many Tsunami as we pulled, here 3. This card is unbelievable. It's Waboku, but importantly, it also just... I shouldn't have to tell anyone who's played any Duel Links how powerful Windstorm of Atakwa is, especially in a sealed environment where you're trying to trade for opponent's monsters profitably anyway. Like, this plus Sorlet means you can almost always control what position your opponent's Elestrals are in and get a favorable trade every time. We are playing 1 Earthquake. Now, we pulled 1 Earthquake, so we're playing 1 Earthquake. But this is the only Earth card we're playing, which means we're playing exactly 2 in our Spirit deck. Again, I'm being so greedy this week. You have no idea. And then our general runes, we've got the double Resting on Your Laurels. I mean, obviously, unbelievably powerful card. I'm playing Ambrosia. I think it's one of the only ways that you can get back in a game that you've lost. And these games do tend to snowball a little bit, especially in a sealed environment week 1. And then we're playing Nectar of the Gods. I'm still... Jury's out on this card. I still can't decide if it's good in sealed, but we're going to try it out. So that's the list. I feel pretty confident in it. I think our pulls for week 1 were good. I think they set us up for a week 3 pivot into what is, in my understanding, the best deck we could possibly be playing. Real quick, our Spirit deck is just 2 Terratlas, 2 Leviathan. This should be higher. Remember, we're playing like 5 Water, but... you know, what are we going to do? We're splashing 4. We're playing 5 Zaptor and then 11 Lycoris. Pretty low for both Lycoris and Zaptor and Leviathan, but you got to make concessions somewhere. And the Wind Elestrals, I think, are the ones that are fine to misenchant. Like, if you miss out on a Sorlet, its stats are still insane. But that's it. Don't want to delay my domination. See you in the game.
That's going to be quite the deck to compete with. Let's take a look at IronBoffin and see what their game plan is to represent Demeter and the Earth Pantheon.
So, unfortunately, with the cards I pulled from my, opening and stuff like that from my booster box, my 6-packs, I didn't really have a lot to build with yet, but I'm hopeful that I'll be able to kind of get some of the cards I need to kind of pull off something crazy. So, unfortunately for right now, I'm kind of going with the starter deck. There were some changes I wanted to make, but didn't quite work out. And this deck actually works pretty well against my opponent, who's running a Penterror starter deck. So, he had some other cards that he could throw in there, but... for the most part, I do think this early week is going to be a starter deck versus starter deck. Versus the cards he pulled, I didn't see anything that really scared me right out of the gate. So I kind of left things the way they are. The deck plays really well, and I'm excited to show you. So we're starting out with our 3 Sprout here. that come in the starter deck. When you normal cast a Sprouter, you can search your deck for an artifact and add it to your hand. That's really great for getting my things like my Scythe. Scythe of Demeter is really huge for this deck, so it's really good to have a 1-drop cost Elestral. That's 3/5 defense, 3 attack, 5 defense, and you can get my Scythe, so that's really good. It's really important. Next up, I'm bringing my boy Spy Nymph, a 1 attack, 5 defense card here. What's really good about this is if it's defeated in battle, I can cast it as an artifact on the person who destroyed me, the Elestral who destroyed me, and make their attack 0. So that could be really good for Pantera, for example. That could be great for dealing with Pantera. So that way, if he does get it up on the field against me, I can self-destruct into it, get rid of its attack, and follow up with another one, or something like that. So that's a strategy with Spy Nymph here. Kind of some damage management, or something like that, you know. Next up, we have Tectoros. Tectoros is like a nice little 3 attack, 2-drop. Doesn't seem too scary until you start getting all the +1 attacks for all the Earth Spirits on the field. So if we get that moving, and we have like the Forest up, and we have Scythe up, like this thing could get kind of scary. So he's going to be kind of, like I said, he's my beat stick card. So hopefully we get him going, because I think once the train gets going on Tectoros, my opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with me there. Next up, we have a Rummagem. Nothing crazy about Rummagem, but he will let me search out for an Elestral that has a 1-drop Earth Spirit cost. So, like I said, if I need some offense, I can get Tectoros. If I need to deal with something on the side of the field, I can get Spy Nymph. Or if I'm really trying to get my Scythe, I can go get a Sprout. So that could be very nice to have. Another 1-drop card that lets me search. Well, it's not really searching. It lets me return a Elestral from the underworld to my hand. So if I need to get another Sprouter back or another Spy Nymph to pull off the same play, Driflora will let me do it, and it has 4 defense, so that's kind of nice. So, and then we got our 2 Equalinks. Equalinks is great, 4 attack, 3 defense, right off the bat with a 1-drop, and I can Nexus off of this. Nexusing is huge in this game, and it's definitely something I'm looking to improve upon as I play throughout this Elestriad. And when I do Nexus, I can destroy a rune, and that's really important. There's a lot of rune destruction in my deck, and that's going to be really important for back row management. And continuing back row management, we got P-Gust. When I play a P-Gust and he receives 1 or more Wind Spirits, I can target and destroy a rune. So that's more rune destruction, which is really important for the way I play. Okay, next up we have Aeromare. Aeromare is going to be really cool because when you ascend this Aeromare, you can cast it as an artifact, empowering the Elestral with can't be destroyed by target, like by rune or Elestral effects and stuff like that. So one play I'm hoping to do with this Aeromare is get it into Spinosect, ascend this into Spinosect, and then that will help Spinosect versus things like Veritaqua. So, you know, if my opponent does play a Veritaqua, my Spinosect won't just be automatically destroyed, which is really nice. So that's kind of the play with these. I originally took my Spinosect out, but then I realized that Aeromare could be used for that, so that's something we're going for there. Next up, we got Boom Bats. Boom Bats do Boom Bat things. If you disenchant it, a Lightning Spirit off of it, it destroys an Elestral. So, yeah, an opponent's Elestral. I didn't know if it destroyed runes too, but just Elestrals. So, Boom Bats do Boom Bat things, and that's what we love it for. Next up, we have September. September is really good, just obviously because you can ascend with it. You get you become a 5/7 drop, or 5 attack, 7 defense, and I believe, yes, if he is empowered by an artifact, which I have a lot of, you know, Aeromare or Sprouter can get me my Scythe and things like that. A lot of things in this deck can become artifacts. In battle, I can Nexus the spirits from the artifact to the September and special ascend into Centaur. So I'm not like really banking on Centaur this time, but it will be nice to have a card that can kind of go up to Pantera, because Pantera is a lot easier to get out than my Centaur, but it'll still be really cool to get. Spinosect, what's cool about Spinosect is he can attack in defense position, and I was originally going to take these out because of my opponent's Veritaquas, but with Aeromare, with the plan being to ascend this with Aeromare, then I am protected from the Veritaqua, so that'll be really good. We like that. Then I got my Hollow Centaur from the starter deck. Like I said, this thing is just going to be a monster. If I can get it out with September and build up to it, that'll be great. I can disenchant a Earth Spirit from the Centaur in order to target and destroy a card. As long as Forlorn Forest is enchanted, this Centaur cannot be targeted by Invoke Runes. That is huge. So if I get this out, my opponent is going to have a hard time dealing with me, and that's amazing. And then obviously, like if I can get Scythe and stuff, Forest, if Forest is up, this thing is going to be a really, really strong attacker, and I'm going to be able to take on Pantera with it. So that's really exciting. So that was all my Elestral cards. Now let's go into what I'm bringing for runes. The reason I picked this starter deck, we got 2 Earthquakes. Earthquakes are huge. If he brings in Pantera, I have Earthquakes. So that's why we have 2 of them. I'm hoping I can pack another one because I want more of those. Then we got 2 forests. Forest is really important for me because it powers everything up. +1 attack, +1 defense for each earth spirit. So that's really good. We got 2 scythes. Scythes are very important, especially for, say, Timber, because then I can special summon Centaur, you know, +2, +3 defense, and then, you know, you can get some next thing and stuff going on, I believe. No, that's with Demeter. I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, there we go. Okay. I get spirits back from my underworld. That's what it was. So, like I said, if I get knockouts with these, I get life back, so that's really good. Get some life back. Very important. Makes it easier to do aggressive plays with this, knowing that I'm going to be able to recuperate some of those spirits back. And then I got, of course, you got to bring the waifu to the game. We have Demeter, and when you cast this Demeter, you can enchant it with 3 Earth Spirits, and I can disenchant to give it +3 attack, +3 defense. So that could be really nice until the end phase. So, you know, if I need a buff, I can do it with that. Then we got a couple Tornadoes to, again, some back row management, target an opponent's rune and send it to their hand. We have a Thunderstorm, same idea, destroy a rune. So I don't need a ton of Thunder Spirits, so this is kind of nice just to throw off. The problem is if I used one of these, I can't use both Boom Bats, but we'll see how that goes. I have Ambrosia and stuff to... Speaking of Ambrosia, I have Ambrosia here. That'll let me bring 3 spirits back from my underworld, so that's really good. Could kind of help with some stuff. 2 Nectar of the Gods, classic, draw some cards. And Poison Tipped Arrow is something I'm pretty excited for. Little counter rune action. If he brings out something big like Pantera, I'm a little scared of Pantera. I probably shouldn't be so scared of Pantera, but I am a little scared of Pantera. This will be really good because I can clear the field with it. Momentum is huge in this game, so if I can stop my opponent from building something crazy, I'll be feeling better. And then lastly, Circle the Sky. Gotta bring Circle the Sky, I can Nexus with it, and if I do, I get to draw a card. So drawing is always really good. For my Spirit deck, I believe I think I have 12 Earth Spirits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 Earth Spirits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wind Spirits. And 3 Thunder Spirits. Like I said, I don't really plan on needing a lot of Thunder Spirits. I'll play a Boom Bat. Like, the odds of me playing both Boom Bats and Thunderstorm are pretty low. So I don't really need to bring a ton of those. I actually thought of, like, kind of bringing some other stuff. But Wind Spirits I might be a little low on. That's probably something I'm going to have to recover during the game, but should be a good time. All right, that's my week 1 preview. Wish me luck.
We've got some epic decks for our week 1 matchup, and I'm gonna be really interested to see how this goes down. The key to the game plan for IronBoffin is gonna be utilizing those Earthquakes effectively to stop the Hydrake's rampage from turning into a Pantera, but I'll tell you that Wind Onslaught is gonna be serious. It's gonna bring on some serious pressure. So make sure you guys tune in for the match throwing down right here on the channel. Subscribe if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys for week 1 of the Elestriad.